Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to All Geeked Out. Your number one. Okay. Really, the reason I'm coming on today is to let everybody know that has been supporting us. First of all, thank you. Thank you for supporting the podcast. If we were getting any, I mean, it's not like I had a huge following, but we had a lot of fun doing what we did, and the fact that there was people out there that were enjoying it with us. I just want to thank everybody for that. Reason I'm on here is to let everybody know, everybody from All Geeked Out, that's subscribed or follows or whatever. Um, we are moving away from this type of format. I'm actually, I'm not putting All Geeked out to pasture yet. I'm just putting it on ice for a little while. I think there's a lot more prevalent things, and we haven't done episodes in a while. I understand that, but no, just priorities have changed in my life personally. Um, that to the point where I feel a need to get a different word out. Like before, we were purely entertainment. We wanted to talk about things that we loved, that we felt deserved some discussion. Whether that be movies, TV shows, music. I think I got into some book stuff. All that stuff. All that stuff is important to me, and it still will be. So, the, if I get more help, like participation, outside participation on that front, we will go back to that at some point. But I just wanted to come on here because there were, I do have a few people that follow this, to ask them to switch over to our new uh, podcast. This podcast would definitely be a different format. It's going to be different topics. And some of you may not want to go there. Right? I encourage all to go, but I'll tell you right now, we're getting into politics. Okay, I've sat idly along for too long watching this shit happen. I have to speak my mind. I feel like I do, and I have to have full transparency here. Integrity is a very important aspect in my life. I feel like if you don't have integrity, you don't have trust. You're not seen as honest. You're kind of, your opinion really doesn't matter. If you have no integrity, why would I ask you for your opinion? Because you may not even be honest with me. So my integrity uh, impels me, compels me to speak some truth about myself to my audience. So yeah, we're going political, right? Why? I've never brought up politics in my life, or on the podcast, but I bring it up in my life, and only to say that it sucks. I've never been interested in politics. I've never. There's not many politicians I can say that I in the past that I've even liked or gave a shit about. Um, and the only thing that I can say about that is another thing, another reason why I haven't, I've never registered to vote. Never, not in my life. I'm 53 years old. Never registered to vote. All right. That should tell you enough about how I feel about politics, how I felt about it. I still feel about it. But it really wasn't because I I didn't register to vote just because I didn't like politics. Well, first, that was definitely part of the reason. I mean, I felt like every single election I've ever seen was choosing the lesser of two evils. Right? I think all politicians are corrupt in some way, shape, or form. I think some are more corrupt than others, but I think that they don't have integrity. I think one prerequisite to be a politician is to not worry about your integrity, right? But there was the other thing that I was told a long time ago, and maybe I get in trouble for this. I don't know, as a Dodger, but I was told that they choose people for jury duty out of the voter registration pool. So uh, some people say that's not true. I know what I can tell you for a fact is I'm 53 years old. I've never voted. never registered to vote, and I've never been called to jury duty. Take that for what you will. Maybe it's just the state I grew up in or the state I moved to. I don't know. But I expect them to stop pouring through now because I am officially registered to vote. And I wanted to explain the catalyst for that. I wanted to explain the catalyst in my life as a 53-year-old man, at the time 52, that never was able to vote, or that never chose to vote. I am not very active on social media. All right, I don't even have an X account. I think I have an Instagram account. Don't even know how to log into it anymore. I do have a Facebook account that I kind of periodically get more active on, depending on the situation. But I just recently looked, not recently, but I am on YouTube a lot. I do watch a lot of podcasts. Somewhere along the line, I started watching some political podcasts, a couple of them, a couple of my old longtime favorites. I mean, the Hodge twins was probably like one of the first ones that I started watching. Officer Tatum, he's another good one. Megan Kelly at the time, but I'm kind of, I don't know, she's gotten a little fucking wacky lately. But yeah, stuff like that. All right. So I watch these podcasts. And that led me to start to watch Charlie Kirk because they started talking about him. And I didn't really know about this guy. I heard his name. But I started watching his podcast and his videos from his channel. And I got sucked in and I was watching. And this is a guy that, he loved his family. He loved his faith and he loved his freedom. And he was trying to help people. And anyway, as you all know, one thing led to another, and then that day last year, where his life was taken, it affected me like big time. Like it changed my whole like philosophy on life and like what am I doing here and why am I why did this happen? What is the reasons for it? There's got to be a reason. And when I started to see the reactions from liberals and the left and Democrats, Democratic politicians. Ilhan Omar said some reprehensible shit after that. Like that was his fault. Like it was, he was Victor Frankenstein and he got killed by his monster. So that was the type of shit I was seeing. People close to me, people in my own family, were celebrating this shit and calling him just the most like abhorrent fucking names, like Nazi, white supremacist, all this shit that from what I saw and what I had been exposed to up to that point about him, I knew they were just being fed bullshit. And for the couple of months after that, watching people just act like animals, beasts, like it's just like Neanderthal behavior, like low IQ, low brain capacity, just give me a couple of facts. I don't need it in context. Let me know what to hate, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to hate on it, and I'm going to protest it. And that's, I couldn't deal with that. I can't deal with people that I know and love being duped and hoodwinked, and bamboozled by like the worst, like the most unbelievable shit that people can say in front of a microphone or in front of a camera, and these people are getting sucked into it. So anyway, the death of Charlie Kirk had a fucking huge impact on me, man. Enough for me to change 53 years of how I was living my life and what I held important to me. And now this is what's important to me. So we are going over to a a based political conservative talk show. And I'm going to be doing it. Probably, I'm going to try to do it the same way a lot of other sites do it. But I want to have guests. If you're in the area, you know where I live, and you want to be on this talk show, you're more than welcome. Hit me up, whether on Facebook or if you got my number, just call me. But I'm going to be setting up for anybody who wants to come on a safe space where we can talk and we can talk realistically and not all this fantasy world Democrat bullshit. Now's the time, man. We are, I don't buy into the fact that we're on the verge of some kind of civil war. That's not happening. I mean, you see these videos of protests and shit. These are in like this handful of sanctuary cities. That's not the pulse. You put your finger. Let's put our finger on the pulse of this country. All right. Let's give some facts to some people. Let's base everybody back in reality. And that's what I wanted to say. So we're definitely switching gears, but I'm not saying All Geeked Out is done. Keep an eye out for the new podcast. I will announce the title both on Facebook when I come up with one, both on Facebook and on whatever other platforms I'm on. I mean, I'll do it on here. I'll do another short video, but I'm thinking it's gonna be something like based in reality, something like that. That was what we are going for. So, but I'll let you guys know. And like I said, if you want to be a part of it, please hit me up. I will cater to you. I'll come to you. I don't like doing these things. I've said it before. I don't like doing these things solo. I get bored of hearing myself talk. I can imagine what you're thinking, but we will be back and better than ever. And we are going to educate some people because if you have opposing views, you want to be on my show, you're even more welcome. I will gladly debate you, but you don't get to yell at me, scream at the top of your lungs, blow a whistle in my face, or walk away with some kind of mic drop comment. You're gonna get those. I will. So, thank you, everybody. Thanks for taking some time. I don't know how much time I've taken, and I'm probably going to edit this a little shorter. I just wanted to let everybody know what is happening and that we got some good stuff coming on the horizon. And if you want to be a part of it, just let me know. Thank you. God bless America, and stay safe out there.